Welcome back to another episode. I don't know why I find this bit so awkward. Welcome back to another episode of the Midsize Dog Podcast. Today's guest is Georgie Barnes. Georgie is a trans woman who's been extremely open and honest about all her experiences during and after her transition. I really enjoyed filming today's podcast, and I hope you enjoy watching it. Without further ado, let's get into it. Georgie, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Right, we'll start with the basics. At what age did you come out as trans?
About 19, 20?
And you're attracted to men?
Yes, unfortunately.
And do you have an innie or an outie? I'm not talking about belly buttons.
Well, if I'm thinking what your mindset is saying, an outie.
Perfect, right. That's the basics. Can you explain to me what your thoughts and feelings were when you came out as trans? Or why you came out as trans, first of all?
So, okay. Right, there's layers to this question.
Okay, perfect.
Because it's like coming out to yourself is one thing, coming out to everyone else is another thing.
So, how old were you when you figured it out yourself?
So I was about 18, going into like being 19.
Is that normal or is that late?
I feel like nowadays that's late. But I mean, I was born in the 90s.
It seems like a good age to do it, yes. You're old enough to make a good decision like this.
Yeah, I mean, you're a fully fledged adult.
Yeah.
You know exactly what you're doing. But I mean, I grew up in like a little village in Wales. You know, being transgender was not a thing. I didn't know any trans people growing up.
Actually, the stats in Wales and the UK, we're one of the lowest countries to have trans people.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a thing.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't really talked about at our age, was it?
No, that's why until I was like 18, I think I was watching like a YouTube video or something. And there was a girl on there who was like transgender. And I was like, wait, what do you mean?
Seems like my kind of thing.
I was like, that. And then like I went down like a rabbit hole watching her videos. And I was like, that makes so much sense to me.
So it kind of like opened the door, I guess?
Yeah, so then those feelings come in. And I was like, oh, God. Because it is kind of like a bit of panic, I guess.
Well, yeah, it's like do I have to change my whole life?
It's like kind of becoming a different person in a sense.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I never came out as gay either.
So before 18 then, what did you think you were? Or just confused?
I knew I liked men.
Okay.
But I was bullied a lot in school for being like too feminine and all that stuff. So I kind of was like, oh God. I almost looked at like being gay as like a negative word association.
Well, yeah, especially in school it is. That's what you call people.
And I was like, maybe that's what's stopping me from like crossing that line and being like, I'm gay. But also, especially now, like knowing like who I am, it's almost like it wasn't accurate.
No, yeah. So what would the difference? Because what I found weird, LGBTQ plus T is the only one that's not a sexual preference.
Yeah.
It's an identity rather than so that's why I asked you're trans and you're attracted to men because they're not the same thing.
No, they're not like, they don't go hand in hand.
No, so you knew you were attracted to men from a younger age?
Yes.
From roughly?
Oh God. Like, I mean, for the sake of like thing, properly from like 13.
Okay.
12, 13.
And then you saw this trans lady on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that was like, you went, that's my kind of thing, is it?
That was like, oh my God. It was like a light bulb moment, I guess, is what you could describe it as.
And you said you went through a bit of panic when you saw that.
Well, yeah, because, you know, it's just even like when was that? Like 2016, 2017. It's still in my mind. It wasn't a thing.
It wasn't normalized, no.
I still at that point, I mean, still in my life at the minute, I don't meet many transgender people.
No, that's true, actually.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, even in 2016, 2017, which isn't that long ago, it was like, oh my God.
So what gave you the one, the courage, and two, the thought. Because it's like, it's quite a courageous thing to do. It's a big step to take. How did you know that it was the right step to take?
You mean like to come out properly?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of fell out the closet in that one because my sisters read my diary.
Oh, no way.
And that's how they found out.
Oh my God. So no one knew at this point?
No. I used to like practice my makeup in secret in my bedroom at like midnight.
Oh, that's actually quite sad.
Yeah.
It's wild. So then after they read your diary, what did you do?
It's weird. It was like a little, I can't even remember like the conversation about it. It was so, I don't know. There was no like crazy explosion of like any sort of emotion about it. They always knew I was like super feminine anyway. It was not a secret.
Yeah.
Couldn't hide it even if I wanted to.
It was just like a matter of fact then, was it? You were just like, well, I guess I'm...
But yeah, to like cross that line. I mean, my mom's main worry, and still to this day, like however many years down the line I am at this point, she's always been, her top concern is my safety.
Yeah.
As like a trans woman.
We'll get onto that later, but yeah, I've read the stats and it's pretty wild.
I mean, my family is very small. I don't speak to my father or his side of the family anymore anyway. And that was before all of this, so I never actually had to come out as transgender to any of them.
Oh, okay, so it made it maybe a tiny bit easier.
Yeah, I mean, my dad and I, we never had a great bond anyway. So I feel like if actually not having him in my life made it easier.
Yeah. It would be harder to tell a dad that than a mum that, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
well, in my situation anyway.
Yeah. So what age did you start taking hormones?
So I believe you have to go on a wait list if you to go through the NHS. And I think I put myself on the wait list. Must have been like 2019.
Was that like a big decision doing that? Like, did it feel like you were going over the step, like actually taking the plunge?
Yeah, because it's like, it's one thing to say it. It's one thing to like go to the doctor and be like, I want to be seen by like a specialist.
Yeah.
Because I mean, being transgender, obviously it's been a while since I mean, you have to be diagnosed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can't just like go and be like, yeah, I'm transgender, yay.
Would that come under like, what did they call it, a disease or a...
I mean, it's kind of like a mental disorder. Like you have to be diagnosed. I had to see two like doctors, and they had to both be sure that I was transgender. Which is
a good thing in a way, that people aren't just having a thought and then getting it done. But you were 18 or 19 or...
So by the time I actually got seen, because I was on the wait list for about 3 years.
Oh God, so yeah.
So by the time I actually started getting seen by doctors, I was probably about 23.
So you were quite deep into your being trans at that point.
Yeah, so at that point, I was like socially transitioning is what they call it. So like going to work, and I worked in a little local shop at the time. So to transition, like...
Someone sees you one day, yeah.
Yeah, because when I started the job, I was not like this. So I started it as like my boy self, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
And I was in the job for about 3 months, and then it was like our work's Christmas do, and I was like, right.
What? You did it on a Christmas do?
Yeah.
You just did the whole...
Yeah.
What did everyone say? I bet that was quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah, like walking in, I was like, oh my God. But like, to be fair, even though it's like a little local shop, the people I worked with were like really supportive.
That's Wales,
and like they always were. No, that was that's when I moved to England.
Oh, well, surprisingly, the English did that. So do you know what hormones you're on?
What, like the actual name or
like at least what they do? Because I know you're on testosterone blockers.
Yeah, so I have those every 3 months, every 12 weeks. I get that injection done at the doctor's.
Well, that's not too bad.
No, when you start, it's every month. It's every 4 weeks.
And from what I've looked at, though, you have to like supplement it with other hormones.
Yeah.
to make sure that doesn't fuck with your brain too much.
Yeah. So when I first got seen by the gender clinic, I had a first appointment with the doctor where we just sat, spoke about my life, what made me feel like I was transgender kind of thing. Then I had a phone call a few weeks later just to like talk about the process, blah, blah, blah. A few weeks after that, I had to have a physical and like check me over.
What do you mean physical?
Like I had to have like a doctor like check my health and see if I was healthy enough to start
to go
hormone
through,
replacement.
Right, okay.
Then a few weeks after that, I had my second opinion. So I sit down with a different doctor, basically go through the whole process of telling my story again. And then I started hormones.
It does sound... What do you think about that? Because to me, it sounds good. That sounds like doctors doing their due diligence. But for you, knowing that you want to be trans, it must be frustrating a little bit, maybe?
It's hard because, like, I agree. I think, like, for people who aren't sure, that's, like, a great way to really...
weed out.
Cement your idea. Like, if you're sure, that's a great way to be like, no, I am sure. Like, I want to do this. Because that process from seeing the first doctor to the second was 6 months.
Which, again, is a nightmare for you, but also good in case you change your mind in 6 months.
Which for someone who's waited 3 years to be seen in the first place, another 6 months, I was like, come on.
Yeah, getting closer.
But I do think, I think nowadays people definitely rush into the idea.
Yeah, that is always a worry.
And like when people start so young, I mean, controversial or whatever, I don't agree with it.
No, actually, weird you said that because I don't either. I think
you should be an adult before you start anything.
It's dangerous, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as someone who started, like I said, in my 20s, is there effects that going through puberty as a male has had on me? Yeah, of course it has. Mm-hmm. My voice is deeper than it would have been. There is stuff about me that is not like the most feminine.
Harder to change after you've gone through the full transition. But at the same time, if you don't go all the way through puberty and cut it short and then transition then, that's probably going to fuck with your body
you make
certain ways
different
anyway.
Issues down the line.
Yeah, exactly.
Surgery is one of them.
What do you mean?
If you don't go through puberty, this is just from like a trans woman perspective, because when I went to my appointments, they were like, we're not going to go into trans men because it's got nothing to do with me. So, but from a trans woman perspective, if you don't develop properly down there, when it comes to surgery, you actually haven't got enough to work with.
Right, that makes sense. Yeah, because the surgery needs the whole.
Have you looked into the surgery?
No, I haven't. No,
you haven't.
No, I thought I'd get your opinion on it because I couldn't get that far.
Men always wins when you talk about the surgery.
Yeah, no, I can't even think about it right now. Actually, so when you took the hormones especially for the first like maybe 6 months to a year, what was that like for your brain? Like, what did that feel like? Because men need testosterone, and then you take all that away and add different stuff, and I bet your body's like just goes into pure panic mode.
It's so weird. Like, it's hard for me to like think back as well. I don't know. Like, I feel like I should have paid more attention to when I first started, because like even dates and stuff like that, I'm like, when did I do that? I'm like, I actually can't remember.
Last week.
But the thing is, you start off quite small, so like the amount of hormones I was getting was like, God, what was it? It was like 25 milligrams or something like that.
Which makes
in like
sense.
a little patch. The patch was like this big.
In a patch, was it?
So I started off with patches. So you can get tablets, patches, or gel. I really wish they did the injection. It made my life so much easier. But
patches seems quite easy though.
Well, it
Just stick a
was.
patch on them.
But the longer I was on them and the bigger the patches got, at one point my patches were like that big, and I'm not even exaggerating.
And they had chemicals in them, or they were testosterone blockers in them?
No, so the patches were the hormones.
Okay.
The testosterone blocker's always been in an injection.
Right, okay.
So when I started my testosterone blocker, again, to be a little bit less drastic of a change, I had to have it done every 4 weeks.
Okay.
Because it was like slowly blocking it.
Is it? Yeah.
Now, obviously, I've been on it so long, it's every 3 months.
So they do kind of wean you onto it, so it's not probably as big of a shock.
No. And like, if you're with a decent gender clinic, like I was when I started, it's a lot of check-ins. You have to get blood tests to check your levels. They
Yeah,
want to make
well,
sure
yeah,
that
God, yeah. Everything's
you're not
going
crazy.
Right. Yeah.
But when my patches went up to like 100 or whatever it was, they actually burned me
Oh,
because they went on your thighs.
because
And
so much. Yeah.
I think it was the adhesive,
Oh, right.
but because they were bigger and I had like patches on my thighs, and when I took them off, I went to the doctors because I was like, I need a different,
Yeah, something's not working here. Yeah.
yeah, I need a different way of like administering my hormones because this is
This
happening.
hurts. Yeah.
Like all around the edge of the patch was like raised and it was like burning. And I'm not even exaggerating. I had marks on my thighs for months after I last used those patches.
Which actually is a good litmus test of if you do want to be trans or not. That if you're willing to go through that.
Oh my God, it's
then you're
not
like,
easy.
Okay, yeah, no,
It's
exactly.
not easy. The mental side, the physical side.
It does seem like a big leap to make.
I mean, you go through puberty almost twice.
Yeah, yeah. And the first time's not nice, but
No.
the second time's not easy
The
either.
second time, like, not to be graphic, but whatever. Like,
be graphic.
my boobs growing in, painful.
See, I didn't do much enough research. Your boobs start growing, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Well, I didn't have these as a man, Max.
I didn't look, so I wouldn't know. But
God.
so they start like you start.
They grow. You're essentially going through puberty, like, in certain aspects as, like, a girl would.
Because I did do some research, and I was looking up surgeries, and there was a top surgery, so I assumed that you had to get the surgery.
Top surgery is the kind of top surgery I'm thinking. I mean, for me, I would just need a boob job.
Yeah, that's what it is apparently.
Yeah, there's a different top surgery that's like trans men.
Oh,
'Cause
taking the boobs away.
That gets removed. But like I said, I don't have like a lot of knowledge on that side of it because it wasn't
You've done, yeah.
It wasn't part of my like story, I guess.
It's not your book.
Yeah, it's not my audience.
You said you were quite feminine before you transitioned,
Yeah.
and then you go through all this hormone change, and a year down the line, do you feel more feminine now, or has it actually changed much the hormones?
It's like, do you mean like physically or mentally?
Mentally.
Okay, mentally. It's hard because sometimes like I feel a lot more emotional than I used to before I started hormone replacement.
Yeah.
Probably cry a lot more now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I was always like a really sensitive kid anyway. I used to cry a lot as a kid.
So yeah.
So like
it
I've
didn't change
always
that
been,
much.
you know.
So what's the reason for using hormones then for you? Like if it didn't affect, did you think it was going to affect you more mentally?
I think it has affected me more mentally. I think it's just because I've been on them so long
This is just you now.
that like I couldn't like pinpoint exactly what they do to my mental health.
Yeah. Don't remember the old you.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like my mental health is not great anyway. And I'm like, is that to do with hormones or is that just me?
Yeah, just born like that.
Yeah.
Guess you'll never know the answer to that one. Right. I've got a few terms that I've looked up on Google. One of them you told me about, but when I Googled it was mental. So first of all, can you explain tucking to me in as much detail as possible?
Tuck in. I mean, it depends what kind of level you want.
Well, I assumed, I heard tuck in, I went, okay, that makes sense. You just tuck it back.
Mm-mm.
Then I looked on Google and it's literally origami.
It is, yeah. You got to do some serious folding.
Do you ever, what is tucking for, first of all?
Well, to give the illusion of like a biological woman, you don't exactly want to walk around with a bulge in your pants.
No, true. Does it make you, do you do it, first of all? I didn't even,
Yeah.
Okay.
Every day.
Every day?
Mm-hmm.
Bloody hell. Does it make you, is it just for like looks, or does it make you feel more like feminine, I guess?
I mean, for the most part, it is for like
Aesthetic.
the aesthetic of it because it's not comfortable.
Oh, no, I can even think about it now.
I mean, you know, especially if you got to do like a car journey or on a plane and you just like sat on it for about 4 hours.
From what I looked up, and tell me if this is true or not, it was like a 4-step how to do it.
Uh-huh.
So you push your... I'll get through this. So you push your balls back up inside,
Mm-hmm.
and then you fold your dick between your legs, and then fold the excess skin around that, and then tape it, or wear tight underwear?
I wear like underwear to do it because like I can't be bothered to tape it every day. You know what I mean? It's effort. You can tape it if you really want to, but because the underwear I have is like built for that.
Yeah. I heard about
So
that.
like I don't need to use tape, but I do it like every day, and that is pretty much how you do it.
Mental. That to me, when I watched it made me cringe. It looks.
It's honestly like, for the most part, you can go about your day without really noticing. Like, it's not uncomfortable to the point where you're like, oh my God, I need to like take this underwear off right now. But sometimes it can be.
Toilet situation. It's just everything becomes a nightmare. Right. The second thing I've looked up was a term called tranny chasers. Can you explain what they are compared to just normal men who find trans people attractive? Like, what's the difference between a tranny chaser and just a guy who wants to be with a trans girl?
I mean, for me, I feel like chasers want you purely because of what's between your legs.
Between your legs, or?
I've had guys say when I've been with them, and I'm like, oh, so if I didn't have what I've got going on, you wouldn't be interested? And they were like, no, not really.
So they want you to not have had to have an outie, to not have had the surgery.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if you did have the surgery, you don't think they'd be as...
No.
Oh.
They're just, they want trans women for a very specific reason.
They want cock.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense.
It's just, they want you because you're trans. And that is like the only reason they've come to you in the first place.
So not you as a person.
Not me as a person, sometimes not even really like how I look. They're more interested in what's going on below the belt. Like,
just the fact that you're even trans doesn't matter. Yeah.
Like, I've had a guy before, I was messaging him. I don't think I ever met him, actually. No, I don't think so. And he was literally like, I can't even remember how we got into the conversation, but it was basically along the lines of, if I'd had the surgery, would he still be interested? And he was literally like, no.
So how do you tell the difference between a guy who wants you or a guy who's a tranny chaser?
Well, that's another problem in
Is
itself.
that just a whole nightmare? Yeah.
Because men think, because we used to be men, that sex is all that's on our minds, and that we're some sort of like crazy like fiends, that's all we want.
That is a good point. That's what I think about gays.
Well, that's different again.
Yeah. But it's okay.
But I mean, if you actually like research trans like hormone therapy, you'd realize that the testosterone blocker slows down your libido
massively.
by a lot.
That is kind of what the testosterone for men is for, is to
So like, me personally, I'm not like a sex crazed animal. Like, I'm not there like, oh my God, I need it right now. That's not what I look for.
Okay. That's good. Right. Bit I'm excited for. No, I won't say that. I can't say that. Right. I've looked up transphobic slurs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I knew one of them. I didn't know the rest.
I might not even know the rest.
Yeah, I don't know if they're real, but this is what Google says.
Okay.
So I want you to rank. I want you to rank them, like 10 being the worst, 1 being not offensive at all.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is the one I knew, which is tranny.
Yeah, that one doesn't offend me at all. I call myself that, and my sister calls me that as a joke.
Is it a very, in the community? It's personal to you, but in the community, is that an offensive word?
A lot of it is like intent behind it,
right?
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, my sister calls me a tranny, but it's as a joke.
And she's sister, and she accepts
so like,
you,
it's not offensive.
So
how offensive would I feel if someone yelled it at the street? I don't know. I'm very like...
Well, they could say anything on the street then, really. It's like anything to make a comment, like, would still be
also, I don't shy away from the fact that I'm transgender. It's not like... I don't try and pass as like a biological woman. I am very open about I am transgender. I'm not gonna hide it. I'm not ashamed of it.
Because one of these words in here means you're a trans woman that doesn't pass very well.
Right.
It's actually, I'll go to that one. Well, the second one is trap. Have you heard of that one?
No.
Okay, so that's a 0 out of 10 of offensive. So
Yeah.
I haven't offended you so far. The third one is she-male.
Oh yeah, I've heard that one.
Is that offensive? But what's that on 1 to 10?
She-male. I feel like a 4. It don't bother me really.
None of these really seem like they're that aggressive.
I feel like it's how you take it. I feel like if you're really sensitive, they'd probably offend you a lot more.
Yeah, and if you were like, you seem that you're comfortable in your body now and you're not worried about being trans, so it doesn't affect you as much.
Yeah, I'm not worried about being trans. Obviously, there's insecurities and all that stuff that I have, which we can go into if we talk about surgery and stuff like that, because it is more.
It's on my list.
It's more on like the physical side that I'm insecure about.
Yeah, because apart from that, you seem quite like you have the same amount of insecurity as everyone else.
Yeah.
Okay. Hon.
What?
Have you not heard of that? No,
No.
right. No, Hon. Hon is the one that means that it's meant to say that you're a trans woman, but you don't look that way.
Oh.
So 0 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, I've never even heard of it.
This next one.
And I feel like if someone shouted that at you, you'd be like, what?
Yeah, is that Chinese? I don't know what you're saying. The next one is, again, never heard of it, troon. So
Maybe I'm just like not
You're not
being...
a very good trans person. You haven't heard any of the slurs.
No. Clearly people just aren't yelling enough stuff at me.
My favourite one, and I shouldn't have a favourite. My favourite one is the last one here, which is cunt boy or dick girl, depending on who you are. Which, if we were superheroes, that's our names.
See, but that's funny. I think that's funny.
Cunt boy and dick girl isn't offensive.
Because it's so like stupid to the point where you're like, why would I be offended by that?
Yeah, the rest are like words made up, but these ones are just, superhero names. Okay, so you don't get offended at any of these.
No, I'm clearly not sensitive enough.
So we've talked about the hormone side of things.
Uh-huh.
But we haven't talked about the surgery. Mm-hmm. You haven't had the surgery.
I haven't had any surgery.
Would you want the surgery?
Which one? Face or downstairs?
Let's start with face. Let's ease our way into it.
Face, 100%.
I didn't even know there was face surgery until...
Yeah, so now. I actually went for a consultation about 2-3 years ago to have my face done.
And what are they doing to your face?
So it's more the price bracket that we should talk about. But
okay.
So basically, I mean, I'm wearing a wig. Shock. Oh my God. So basically what they do is they cut along your hairline, pull your forehead down.
What?
So then they cut this piece out here, shave it down and place it further back in your skull. And then they pull your hairline down and pull your eyebrows up. And then sew it all back together.
For what reason?
And then a nose job as well, because the bridge of your nose.
No, go back to the scalping. For what reason are they cutting your whole fucking head open?
So men typically have lower set eyebrows and a more prominent brow bone.
Right.
So
this is to raise. So it's all to raise eyebrows.
Yeah, and flatten your forehead out.
I don't know. I had a bumpy forehead.
You don't actually have that much of a brow ridge.
Oh, thanks.
So like it's literally just here. So mine sticks out a little bit too much for my liking, so I would have that off straight away.
I can't say I've ever noticed that that as a difference between men and women.
It's a very, well, sometimes it's a very subtle, and like until you look at some transgender women who've had the surgery like side by side, you'd be like, no. Like my mom was she came to the consultation with me, and she was very much like, you don't need anything, all this blah 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 blah. He pulled the pictures up of like side by sides, and afterwards my mom was like, I see what you were talking about.
Yeah, I get it now, kind of thing.
I mean, I don't have an Adam's apple, so I wouldn't have to have that removed.
Why? Is that because you did the hormones before, or is that just because you didn't?
I just don't have one.
No, I don't think I have one either.
Mine, if I have one, is very small, and it's not noticeable to the point where it's like, I mean, some men have them and they're literally like very prominent.
You don't think about all these little surgeries.
You actually, you don't realize the very subtle differences between men and women.
Yeah.
Like, I'm quite fortunate, like my lips and all that stuff is all fine. I don't have like a square
I got
face.
You'd be fucked with my face.
Like, I don't have a square face. I don't have like, you know, my cheekbones are like higher than typical, I guess.
Yeah.
Like when I went
There's
to
not
the
much.
doctor, he was like, from here down, he was like, I wouldn't do anything.
Is this normal for trans people to want the facial surgery?
I think so.
Because
I mean, the face is what everyone sees.
but at this point, you're like, to say you're a female, going from male to female, makes more sense to me. But at this point, you're like creating a character almost. Do you not
By
feel?
doing the face?
Not like people get fillers and stuff like that, but to take a whole surgery off your head, like that is your face and head. Like, would it just make you feel more comfortable, or what is the reason? Like,
It's what's the word for it? It's about like what we were talking about, like with insecurities and stuff like that. Because I look in the mirror and I have like all the insecurities that like a girl would have. But on top of that, I have does that look manly? Like
Okay,
what
yeah.
I see,
which some girls have too.
you know, everyone's unique. But I look at it and I think, oh God, you know, my eyebrows look like crap. But then I also think, oh God, like my forehead looks really like prominent today. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted a nose job since I was like 12.
You always notice more things when you look at yourself. Than
Yeah.
Like most people aren't going to see all these things, but
I mean, people say to me, they're like, oh, you don't need anything done. And I'm like, to you, I don't. But to me, I need a nose job. I need my forehead doing. I need this.
which is
I need
all that
that.
matters in the end, isn't it? Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah.
So you're going to go through with the top surgery, face surgery?
If I could afford it, I would have had it by now.
That's expensive, is it?
Just to do my forehead was 10.5 grand, and that was 3 years ago.
What? It doesn't come with the NHS in this one.
No.
Okay.
Which is really unfortunate.
Yeah,
I'd honestly trade the money for the downstairs surgery
You
for my
not
face
just
instead.
put like filler in and raise your eyebrows a tiny bit and just do it for like a 50 quid?
Yeah, can you imagine? So simple. Like,
Right, and now the bottom surgery.
this is where you're going to wince if you really want me to go into
I want to hear it all, but yeah, I'm going to wince. So, one, would you think about getting that done? Is that on the cards?
I go very back and forth. And the reason I hesitate is because, I mean, I've got to be honest, I haven't done a lot of research into it because until I sort of decide to go down that route.
Yeah, there's no need to stress yourself out.
Yeah.
If you're not going to do it.
But I know you can have a lot of complications from it.
Like,
Just like, as stupid as it sounds, like the depth
yeah.
of like what your vagina would be.
I'm wincing already, yep.
Because, you know, they turn it all inside out.
That's in my head, that's what happened. I still don't know how that actually works, but yeah, that. So
I mean, I don't know the full extreme, but they do like sort of slice it down the middle. And all
right.
that. I'm just like saying stuff to make you wince now. Because it makes me laugh.
It's working. Well done.
Yeah. The only thing they don't use is the testicles. They go.
They just get taken away.
Yeah.
Would that be sad? Would there be a moment in your? Because if I'm thinking about mine, if you took my junk away, I'd be a little bit sad. Like I know you don't.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
I'm not that attached to it.
Yeah, you do just tuck them away every day.
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind, I suppose.
So what are the pros of doing it then? Obviously, feeling more feminine, I guess, is one of them.
Well, there's that. There's, as stupid as it sounds, it's probably going to be like, oh my God, so shallow. But there are certain outfits I can't wear.
Well, yeah.
Because of tuck-in. It's not a foolproof method. Like it's not always perfect.
Yeah.
It's not always like as flat as it can possibly be. So like there's certain things that you wouldn't see me in because I can't wear them.
Yeah.
And even if like, again, it's kind of like the same thing with a face. Someone might not even notice. But for me, I'm like, oh my God, I can't do that. I'm like, oh my God, my bloody, I call it my vagina, but I'm like, my vagina's on show.
Sticking out, my vagina's sticking out.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's fucking amazing.
You know? So like there's certain things I can't wear where in my mind, as stupid as it sounds, I'm like, oh, if I went through the surgery, I wouldn't have to worry about what outfits.
Yeah, well, it just takes one less stress out your life.
I mean, something as stupid as like gym leggings.
Well, yeah.
Never wear gym leggings because I'm like, that is too tight. It's too exposing. I can't cope with the stress.
One mistake and
yeah.
So are you like 50-50 on it? You haven't.
It's just I really go back and forth. Like there's been times where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then I sit there and I think, why am I doing it?
From what you said, though, it does weed out tranny chasers. I'm gonna have to do this now because I know it's a slur.
The thing, it does, but also at the same time, I think to myself, well, even if I had like a vagina, I'm still trans. It's still something I would disclose to someone.
Yeah.
Because again, about like safety, like I was talking about, to not disclose that, even with a vagina, you're going to upset someone.
Yeah. Especially if you go on a couple of dates first or.
Yeah. And like also at the same time, I'm always going to be transgender no matter what amount of surgery I have.
Yeah.
I mean, going through the surgery, I wouldn't have to have the testosterone blocker anymore. I know that much.
Oh, really? Oh, because obviously they take the pills away, yeah.
But then again, what's an injection every 3 months?
Are you okay with that? You just said then that you're always going to be transgender no matter what. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the point of being transgender is to transition to a female. Have you accepted that, or is that is that still a touchy thing to you, or
what, that I'll always be transgender?
Yeah, I think it makes, because a lot of trans women say that no, I'm just a woman, but then there's obviously biological differences and like with the sports and stuff, that's one of the questions. But with the sports and stuff, it makes a massive difference. So you're always happy to know that you're a trans woman.
Yeah, because I mean,
scientifically, it makes sense.
Scientifically, it's also like all my pictures from like age 18 and before, I'm a boy in them. It's never going to change.
Because you did it, fairly late. So you've got.
I always say I went from like, instead of like a boy to a man, I went from like a boy to a woman. That's how I describe it.
That is almost perfectly on time, isn't it? Yeah. As you turn 18, you're like, nope, don't like this.
No, sorry. I'm switching it up. So like, and I mean, as stupid as it sounds, I love my baby pictures. Yeah, I think I was a very adorable child.
It's it's you as well. Like they can't,
it's memories, it's stuff like that. I mean, my cousin is trans, but the other way, so like female to male.
Oh, really?
And like when he started, because he was sort of like 17, 18, a bit earlier than I was. He's 6 years younger than me as well. So
technically you were first doing it.
I was the original.
You're the trendsetter, yeah.
Yeah. But he was like, take down all my pictures. I don't want any pictures of me as a girl. And I think I don't get that mindset because I'm kind of like, you can't erase it.
And that was you. You lived that, yeah.
Yeah. It's like if you had a bad haircut and you got pictures of a bad haircut, what are you going to do?
Yeah, there's pictures of it now. It's proof.
Yeah, it was like pictures of him as a bridesmaid at like his dad's wedding. And it's like, take him down. I don't want to see him. It's like, but that's life.
Yeah, it makes sense. I get both sides. I think I resonate with your side a little bit more where like, I think if I was to do it, which I don't think I will, but if I was, I would accept that I was and now I'm this.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like pictures of like my late teens, I don't tend to look back on.
Why? Because they're closer to...
Yeah, so that's closer to like when I started. It's also, I mean, baby pictures are baby pictures, you know what I mean?
You can't tell
Everyone
what
has
gender
those.
is anyway, yeah.
And like even like pictures of me as a toddler and stuff, like I said, maybe vain, but I think I was quite a cute toddler. So like, I'm like, oh, look how cute I was.
Yeah.
But like pictures of me as like but there's stuff I did in these pictures that like you do want to look back on.
Yeah, it's memories, yeah.
Like when I was in school, my school choir, because I used to sing, we were in a movie.
Oh, so you were in a movie as
as a boy.
what was your name before? I haven't
George.
ever asked that. It makes sense. I always
Yeah.
assumed it was, but I didn't. I never asked the question.
I almost like went completely different with my name.
I
But
would have. Yeah, I would have gone mental with it.
as crazy as it sounds, if I was to sit here right now and be like, oh yeah, rename yourself,
Vanessa. Off the top of my head, Vanessa.
it's not as easy as it sounds.
No,
as much as like,
I'd spent weeks doing it, and I wouldn't answer to that name for weeks.
and it's also, it's like, again, it's like changing your whole gender. But like also now everyone who knows you has to call you by a different name. And it was like trying to rename myself. I was like, well, what the hell do I do?
You're quite lucky with Georgie's not.
I kind of fell into that. It wasn't one I picked myself, to be honest. My nan started calling me it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it makes it easier, I guess.
And then it kind of just like, it kind of just went from there. And I was like, oh, and when I started my jobs after moving back to Wales, I was just like, I'm going to go in as Georgie instead.
Is that your legal name?
No, I haven't changed it.
No. There's no point if it doesn't really come up.
I mean, I should. And I think because my passport and driver's license and everything are all running out this year, I think I'm going to do it properly.
Yeah, because you still have to write George on all your documents, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything official, I still have to put like Mr. George Barnes. Like, it's weird.
Isn't a problem unless it reminds you of.
Yeah, it's like, it's not a problem in a sense, but it is kind of like, well, it's not who I am anymore.
Yeah, you're Georgie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess. I think the longer it goes on for you, the more you like life will become just female. Because you've only been, so you said 23? You did the transition, was it? So you've only like done the whole hog for 4 years, 27? Something like that? Yeah. Yeah, so like, it's
like
you've
4 or
only
5
been,
years.
I mean, you said you felt like a woman from 18, was it? Something like that. So it's technically it's been like 9 years.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, at the point I'm now with not being able to afford surgery, this is as far as I get at this very moment in life.
And you're happy with that?
Not really.
You'd want to go further?
I'd want at least my face doing. Because that, in my mind, I'm like, oh, that made me feel better.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't do anything about my voice or anything like that. I mean, you can have surgery on your vocal cords, but it just seems too risky. Like,
yeah.
Just
any mishap on any of these surgeries is quite a risk.
And I mean, because I know a different trans woman on YouTube. She had her voice done, and like, not to be harsh or anything, it didn't really make much of a difference. And I'm like, you risked losing your voice entirely.
Yeah, just for a tiny bit of higher pitch.
And I mean, I'm quite lucky. I'm not super tall. My hands aren't massive, like, Yeah,
I know, yeah. I'd be fucked. I think I'm too, I got, like you said, the eyebrows, I think a little more manly. I don't think I'd look good I got too wide shoulders.
I'll have to put you in drag.
Never.
You really learn about tucking then.
Right, so I've got a stat here from Trans Lives survey. This is in 2021, and it was about 700 people surveyed. The two main ones that stuck out to me were 99% of trans people experience transphobia on social media, and 85% of trans women experience transphobia by strangers on the streets. Does that ring true for you?
Yes, kind of.
Because we work together. And
we do.
Sadly. And in work, I don't see it. There might be that I don't know about, but...
I mean, I'm quite lucky in work. Everyone's quite...
gay.
Well, but like, non-judgmental. One person did tell me that when I started, they could tell I wasn't like a proper woman.
I guess that's not a nice thing to say.
So kind of offensive. But I was like, whatever. The way I've always looked at it, it does kind of hurt your feelings, obviously, especially when like people say stuff to you and it's just like, I'm just living my life. Like if you're the one with the problem.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. Because you're the first trans person I've ever met. And I thought you'd be more like always talking about it, making it like the something, like big.
Right.
But it's just completely normal. Like, I don't see how people, like, that stat is ridiculous to me.
Yeah, I mean, when I worked in the shop, like I said, it was a little local shop, and we had like regular customers. They would have seen me like this. At one point I was wearing like full face of makeup and wig to work every day, even though I was stacking shelves. Like, and I'd have a customer and I'd serve him on the till. I had long fake nails like I do now. Wig on, all that stuff. And he'd call me like young man and sir and stuff like that.
He wasn't even trying.
But he'd do it and he'd like pause and almost look at me as if he was like waiting for me to say something back.
That was clearly on purpose.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Because he'd do it every time. And I'm like, you know, unless you're blind, which he was not, you know that's not how I am.
And it's not even like sometimes worth the argument, is it? I guess if you're working at a local shop, it's not.
That's why I was like, well, also I'm working, so I got to be professional.
Yeah, true.
I've had people at our place call me like young man or something. I was helping them to the car.
Customers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was helping them to the car, and they were like, I can't even remember what they called me, but I was like, oh, okay, great.
How much does that get to you now? Because you've been,
it doesn't like destroy my day, but it is like disheartening.
Yes, I can imagine.
Especially like I said, this is as far as I can go at the minute. There's nothing else I can do. I mean, at work, I'm not going to wear a wig all day because it's just not feasible.
No.
Like, I think I'd fry my brains trying to do that. I don't even know how I used to do it in the shop.
No.
Like, it is disheartening because you're like, well, there's nothing else I can do. Sometimes when it's people who like, say little like flippant comments. The guy in work who was like trying to, I don't know, goad me into something. I'm like, if you got a problem, it's on you. It's not on me. I'm just here living my life.
This is a you thing, clearly, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. My philosophy is just let people live their lives and don't.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like, who am I hurting?
And no one else would get asked about that kind of stuff, or that stuff would be mentioned. Like, no one comes up to me and goes, your beard's not good, or you don't look as tall as you should. Like, no one does that to me. So it's
no one comes up to you and goes like, oh, thanks, girl.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Yeah, I probably would, to be fair.
So have you experienced transphobia apart from that much? It's like the stat about online, about 99% of trans people experiencing that online.
I'm not really like a big social media person. I don't like use anything on a regular basis. I think my last Instagram post was about 2 years ago. So yeah, I change my Facebook picture like once a year so people know I'm not dead.
So you've kind of avoided a lot of this big stuff.
I'm somewhat like sheltered. So I mean, like, all what I'm talking about like is my experience.
Of course, yeah. This is all just your experience.
But again, like, I grew up very rural. I never lived in a place. I also didn't transition like through school. I got bullied a lot in school, but it wasn't.
You have actually avoided a couple of the main places where you would get.
Yeah, like I don't really have much of a social life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I mean, people on the apps as well, they've sometimes come sideways at me a bit for it, but
I bet that's a nightmare.
I had someone tell me I need to get a nose job before. My nose was huge. I was like, great, thanks.
Well, I guess that's not transphobic, that's just a personal attack. I've had people say my nose is too long.
Well.
So you haven't, you have avoided a lot of that.
Yeah, it's probably helped me being a bit of a recluse.
yeah, which is not a good thing in the end. How does being trans affect just your like day-to-day life? Like, now that I know about tucking, you have to do that every day.
Yeah.
You don't put the wig on every day, though, do you?
No.
Or the makeup.
I used to when I started.
Did you?
When I started transitioning, I was always used to wear a wig.
But you've got long hair under this wig.
Yeah, it comes to about here.
Yeah. So,
but again, it's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? In a social setting, like whenever I go out somewhere, I don't feel comfortable enough without my wig on, at least, or like makeup. And I don't know what it is, because like I do have hair.
Yeah.
But again, it's like my hairline because I have a widow's peak thanks to my dad.
Well, I don't know what that is.
So it's when your hair goes like that.
Oh yeah, mine does that.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's
I
a
cover the
very
front.
it's a typical like male trait.
Right.
So I have a widow's peak, which is why I wear my hair in a middle part most of the time, because then
To
it
cover
covers
that,
it like
yeah.
you know. So a lot of the time, if I like do my makeup without a wig on, and I like look at my normal hair, and I'm like, oh, I don't like it.
Doesn't suit. Yeah,
I'm like,
I
oh,
wanna
it's
go
not.
even more.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like sometimes putting a wig on is fun. Like, and I like being able to change my hair color whenever I would, depending on which outfit I want to wear.
Well, it's with makeup too. I wouldn't get it. I'm a man. I don't do all this stuff. But like with girls, like they try different makeups on. They do the wings or not the wings. Or it's
Yeah,
just like,
different colors, that kind of thing. Lip color, eyeshadow, that kind of thing. It's all that. But like, I haven't reached the point yet where I'm comfortable going, like if going out on like a work stew or something, I haven't reached the level where I'm like, oh no, I can't wear, like I'm not wearing a wig.
Is that a comfort thing or is that just a preference thing, I guess? Like I wouldn't feel comfortable going on a work stew without dressing up smart or...
Yeah, I think it is a bit of like a, I don't know if it's like a comfort blanket. It makes me feel more feminine.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my wigs are long.
Yeah.
You know, longer than my hair is. I did look at getting extensions once, but it was so expensive. I was like, I can't commit.
Yeah. It's a lot of money. I didn't actually think about that.
This
whole thing is expensive to be a woman.
I mean, this wig was probably like about 250 quid, which is cheap because I get it off a really cheap website. But to be fair, it's lasted me a few years. I once paid over $1,000 for a wig once.
Do you still have it?
No.
What happened to it?
It went like really ratty. And I was like, I can't
you wore
save
it every day. Yeah.
I'm also not very good at like the upkeep.
No, I couldn't.
I take them off and I like chuck them off. I chuck them to the side.
Don't hang them up. You should hang them up maybe.
I know. I have like wig stands and I just like, no, they get in the way. So I'm just going to chuck it on the floor half the time.
When you wake up in the morning, do you feel female, first of all?
Yeah, I'd say so.
How many times a day, if any, do you even think about it now?
Like on a everyday basis?
You do, still?
Not really. Like on my day-to-day life, it's not like at the forefront of my mind. When I do things like go in public places, stuff like that, I don't tend to go to the toilet in public spaces.
Right.
Even at work.
Is that for the... Not in work, obviously, but is that for the danger side or is that for the comfort side?
It's not so much danger because obviously I'd use the women's toilets, but like obviously there's all the drama, like you said, about the sports. Women's toilets are very heated debate.
Yeah.
I mean, I am not a threat to women and children.
Anybody.
You know what I mean? Like and if anything, it'd be more dangerous for me to rock into the men's bathroom like this.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's more that like it's always the minority that ruins it for the majority.
The thing is, it's like people are like, oh, you know, they use it to gain access. It's like you're always going to have someone who is going to do messed up stuff like that. You're going to have
There's also nothing stopping just a normal bloke walking into a woman's toilet. It's not like there's locks or like passcodes or stuff. So it's dangerous either way.
Public toilets are accessible to anyone.
Yeah, just don't go in them. Just wait till you get
like
home.
Also, like, part of me, I won't go into the toilet because my brain, I'm like, oh my God, people are looking at me. Someone's going to be like, oh my God.
Someone's going to say something that's just
be... It's the anticipation of something going wrong, which is what stops me.
This all just sounds like normal, like, self-conscious thoughts that I have, not these exact ones, but just on a higher frequency because...
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, kind of like with appearance. It's like everything regular people would go through, but you just have that little extra part of you that's self-conscious about your gender.
Yeah, there's just more parts in play, really, isn't there?
Yeah,
like literally. I don't have to think about. I have to think about just normal things, but then you've got to think about normal things plus
Yeah.
these extra, like, I don't have to worry about going to men's toilets. I don't think
even
any
though
man's going
men's
to
toilets
question.
are disgusting.
Yeah, they are gross. Yeah.
But you know, like you go into the toilet, it's just like, oh God, I hope there's, I don't know, something free, I guess.
Yeah. Is there advice you'd have for anyone thinking about transitioning?
Oh, advice.
Like, is there anything you wished you knew sooner or wish you didn't do?
It's not easy. I'll say that.
No, it's the crazy part of it.
It's not easy. Mentally is the hardest, I think.
Why? Yeah, well, that makes sense, but
I mean, mentally, like hormone replacement, obviously,
yeah,
while it's gradual, it's still changing your brain chemistry.
massively. Like, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
even though you do it gradually, you still having those changes. Even like going through the physical changes, it messes with your brain. You know what I mean? Like you think going through puberty,
Yeah.
obviously growing, changing, it's like, oh my God, that side of it, you do it again.
And it's all happening at like I guess a vulnerable time. If you're thinking about changing genders, you're you know, vulnerable at that point. And then plus that, you got all the physical and mental things to deal with on
the
top.
social side of it. Like I said, it's not easy. Even I was someone who was a bit of a recluse. Even changing that kind of, it's a big change to go from one gender to the other. So to do that in front of anyone is hard.
I was worried I shaved into a mustache. Thank you. I shaved into a mustache the other day, and I was even worried going into work about what people would say, because I was like, oh, it's just a new look, isn't it? It's a new thing.
Yeah.
I can't imagine changing gender and then trying to go into work and people are going to point it out to you.
You can try and do it on a subtle basis, but like people are going to notice when you flip the switch.
Yeah. You can't gradually.
Yeah.
One day do your lipstick, the next day do your eyebrows, the next day.
It's like, you know, I went to my work doing a full wig outfit, heels, a lot. And
that's the best way though.
it is, in a sense. I can't quite remember how I started doing it in the shop. I don't know whether I did just show up like that one day. Obviously not in heels. I'm professional. But, you know, like with the makeup and that, I don't know whether it just was like, I'm coming in like that. But it's kind of, you have to do it somewhat drastic. And then it's all the stuff that comes with that. Like I said, that one guy in the shop, he wasn't the first, he wasn't the last customer to try it.
Yeah. You never know when someone's going to say something either.
No. And I mean, you know, like I said, I'm quite lucky in my appearance. I don't, fingers crossed, look like a man.
No.
You know, a lot of people have said they wouldn't know if I hadn't told them.
Yeah, which is, you are quite lucky in that.
So I'm lucky in that aspect. But it does mess with your mind. It's not easy. That's why I'm like, people really need to be sure. This is not something you should go into off a whim.
No. Is there a moment though where you're even sure? Like, what was there a switch when you were sure, or did you just see it and go, yeah, this is it?
I mean, it did click. Like I said, when I saw that video, like my mindset was like, oh my God, that actually makes more sense. It's more how I would feel.
Mm.
But I think there's always, like with most decisions in life, there's always a level of, am I making the right decision?
And at one point, you just got to take the leap.
Yeah, it comes to the point, it's like when I was talking about coming out as gay, I couldn't do it. It didn't feel right. Coming out as transgender, I was like, I have to do this because I need to for like my life.
Yeah. The gay thing was like, I could hide that maybe, or I like men, but I don't, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like the right label.
Yeah. I only ever went on one date with a boy as a boy.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. How did that feel?
I hated it.
Did you hate it from your perspective? Like, is it the fact that you were a boy? Did you want him to see you as a woman?
It was more the fact that like he was, this is going to sound harsh, he was a very nice boy, but he was a bit more like, effeminate. And I kind of realized that like I want to be like the girl in the relationship, I guess.
There's that, like, trans aside, the fact that you like men, there's that weird thing with gay people as well, where you're a man and you want to fancy a man, and then it ends up just a lot of female, feminine men around. And you're like, this is not what I got. This is not what I signed up for.
The energy's off. Like,
so you like more masculine, old school men kind of thing, do you?
Yeah.
Right.
I guess. I mean,
makes sense.
Straight men, I suppose, is what you want to call it. I mean, I consider some people have like well, how could they be like interested in you if they're straight?
It's a hard question to even like bring up, let alone sort
because the thing is, as like people put a lot of emphasis on like genitals, and it's like it's such a small fact. It's a small part of like a human being.
Speak
you know
for
what
yourself.
I mean?
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like it's such a small part of like a person. Like
it is and it
some
isn't.
guys consider themselves fully straight even if they are attracted to trans women, because apart from, like I said, you know, we talked about, apart from that aspect of me, nothing else gives you man.
No,
when you look at me, like, do you know what I mean?
You act like a woman, you look like a woman, everything else is woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you...
I'm like, don't tell me men don't like anal, because they do.
Well, I don't, but you won't believe me, so that's fine.
I mean...
I came out of left field.
Everyone's tried it.
That's not going on camera.
Maxie.
Oh, fuck, that took me for 6. Right. I had a question and I completely gone up my mind. Okay. So what would you consider men who like trans women? Straight or gay or
Wait, like,
somewhere in between?
They're not gay.
Are they straight?
I'd say so.
There's an argument for both sides.
Straight, bisexual. Gay men are not going to be interested in me because I look like a woman.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
This is what, I mean, dating as a trans person is hard.
You've lowered your field massively.
Yeah, because what people don't realize is you've got like gay men over here. You've got straight men who would never go for a trans woman.
And you've also got tranny chasers in the middle of that.
So you take them away. You've got like this much. Then you've got people who are interested in you just because you're transgender.
Yeah. Take another chunk out the
cake.
So you
chuck them out, and then you've got a very tiny window of men who would actually want to be with you and date you and all that side of it.
I think it's becoming more accepted now than it ever was.
I think a lot of like the straight men who are discreet, as they like to use, is definitely a society pressure.
Yeah.
Because again, a lot of people would see them with a trans woman and be like, oh, you're gay, blah, 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 but you're not.
Yeah.
I don't consider it as being gay. I mean, I think if you were picking a trans woman, like I said, because of what she got going on,
that's more gay than it is.
Then I feel like there's an issue there. But I don't think, like, I've spoken to some guys who are, you know, they're very comfortable in their sexuality. They're attracted to me.
They're attracted to you as a woman, but they don't mind what's going on.
Bonus content, like, you know what I mean? The best of both worlds.
Yeah. I mean, there's a comedian, Jim Norton. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I feel like
I think it's Jim Norton anyway. I don't have to say the wrong guy's name now, but he's with a trans woman.
Yeah.
And he had a weird take on it where he's like, he won't call himself straight. He's like, I understand that, like, I'm not completely straight because he likes the other side of it too. And like, so he doesn't know but he can't call himself gay either. It's like this middle ground that doesn't have a name yet.
Yeah, I mean, on like a real rudimentary level, you could class them all as bisexual, but sexual preference.
It's a bigger scope now, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because like we were saying, like, you know, I don't look like a man. So you can't say anyone who's attracted to me is gay because
they're attracted to what looks like a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Like, it's so
There's no words for it, is there?
It's the same with like trans men. There's some really good looking trans men out there. Just because of what they've got going on downstairs, that wouldn't make me a lesbian if I was to go with them. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, that's the jigsaw piece. That's the perfect match. I never really thought about that.
It's a perfect match. It doesn't always work.
No.
But you know what I mean? Like it wouldn't,
Yeah.
or if a woman went with a trans man, it doesn't make her a lesbian just because of what they've got going on downstairs.
Yeah.
It's very like nuanced.
You just brought up a good question. Are you, or would you be attracted to a trans man? So a woman that's turned into a male.
I wouldn't like completely write it off, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like, I've never explored it. But again, like, I wouldn't be attracted to a woman though, because I'm
No.
not attracted to women.
Exactly. So if you've got like
But if he was a good looking man, like, I'm not going to like write him off.
It's interesting.
Are you thinking about it now?
I'm just thinking about, I don't know, you didn't seem as certain as I thought you'd be, but it's almost the roles reversed, isn't it? I guess, like you say, though, they have to look like convincingly what you're attracted, or you just have to be attracted to them, really, I guess.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And you're attracted to men.
To men.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's some like famous trans men that if I pulled them up on my phone, you'd have no idea.
It's the same the other way around, too.
Yeah.
It's getting tricky these days.
Yeah, exactly. You never know.
No,
I should ask you.
you shouldn't ask me. You don't want my opinion on it.
Oh, really?
It's not favourable for you.
Really?
Not in a nasty way, but
Won't be into it.
I'm cutting all this out, by the way. I can't put that on.
Yeah, but I don't find that offensive. I'm like, if it's not your
You can
thing,
talk
it's
about
not
it.
your thing.
What? Me?
Like, if you turned to me and you're like, I'd never be with a trans woman,
I don't think I would, no.
that's not going to offend me because I'm like, if it's not your thing, then that's fine.
If I'm being completely honest, which is like quite hard to say as a straight man, I've seen trans women who look attractive, but at the same time, I think even with the bottom surgery, I would just be, I don't know if it's just me being closed-minded or maybe it's
But
just
is that like a society thing, or
is
it like a
don't know
a
if I can-
reproductive thing, or
maybe a chemically, just the thought of it is just not, I don't know. I think I just go for, it's hard.
put you on the spot now?
It's hard to talk about it because it's not coming out. I don't want it to come out as offensive. I don't think you'll take it that way, but no, that's just my preference. Like everyone has a preference, I guess.
Yeah,
And that's just my preference. I'll just go for.
but like even on like my bloody Tinder profile, I state that like I'm a trans woman, and I'm literally like, if it's not your thing, then that's fine.
Yeah, which it should be. Yeah.
Because like, why do you want to be with someone who don't want to be with you anyway?
Yeah, and there's no point tricking them like that. That slur trap is about the fact that some trans women try to trick men. I've seen videos on YouTube.
Yeah, it's
as
just
well.
not worth it.
It's just, and it's rude also. Like,
And it's just like, why would you? One, it's the risk. Two, it's the. I don't get the point of it because I'm not being funny, and not to be like big headed, but I don't have a problem finding men who are attracted to trans women without needing to trap a straight guy.
yeah, and then you don't know the repercussions of that trapping a straight guy.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
That's like the danger side of it that comes into it. I just think it's not worth the. Well, I don't even know what you're trying to gain out of it.
Yeah, I think it's like fun because they've heard from gays that they like to pull straight men, and I don't know if that's a preference thing or it just who I was speaking to about it seemed like it was like a challenge thing. So maybe it's the same.
Yeah, I mean, people look at it like that, but at the same time, I mean, I'm not
It's an immature way to look at it.
the way inclined where I'm like, I'm not a big like anonymous hookup fun kind of person. It's not what I enjoy. I don't get any enjoyment out of it.
Right.
So it's not what I look for.
So there's no point you trapping anyone anyway.
No, because I'm not going to want to sleep with them in the first place.
Trap them into a long-term relationship.
Yeah, that's the only way I would do it. You know, I mean, I've had a bit of fun here and there. I'm not like a prude, but
You gotta try it.
but the older I'm getting, I'm like, it's not what I want.
Yeah.
I'd much rather get with someone who wants to be with me and like have that going on.
Well, I think that's the perk of you doing it at this age, is that you've matured enough to not do the stuff that we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
Straight people, trans people, anyone makes those mistakes where they just go and...
The thing is, I didn't become transgender to get men. I become transgender for me.
You were always wanted men anyway, yeah. So I guess
Yeah.
you wouldn't, yeah.
So like, I don't.
Which is a distinction that I maybe didn't make in my small mind before. Because but before I started looking it up, because it's part of the LGBTQ plus thing, you see it as like you're part of that group, but it's not. You should be taken. I'm asking for it to be taken out of there because it doesn't make sense.
I mean, a lot of people in that community also agree that it should be taken out.
Okay, what do you think?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I kind of get why it's lumped in there, but at the same time, every letter of that alphabet is different to each other.
Yeah,
That's why there's so many.
But it made me think before I even because it's just not something I think about daily.
Yeah.
What trans people go through. But until I thought about it, I was like, that doesn't even make like that's your identity. That's who you want to be.
Yeah.
It's not a sexual thing. But I think this is why we got like tranny chasers and things like that now. It's because they're lumped into this. This is a sexual thing rather than a.
Oh,
identity.
it's definitely like fetishized
Yeah,
is
it
the
is.
word, by certain people. That kind of falls into the tracer thing. It's like a fetish.
And obviously, trans people some trans people don't help that either, because if they want to get laid, then they're gonna play into the fetish side of it.
Yeah, I mean, each to their own. Like I said, that kind of thing is not my thing. I like, there's people that do it. Great.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like because of the whole hormone replacement, libido reducing thing, it's another reason why it's not at the forefront of my mind, because I'm like,
You don't want to, yeah.
I'm not like, oh my God, I need it now.
Has that, without being too rude, has that lowered your sex drive?
What, having hormone replacement? Yeah.
By a
lot.
significant, wow. Was that an unforeseen side effect?
I knew it was going to happen. It's thing. It's more like, because, people don't know how that works. And it's like, it's less involuntary. If that makes, do you know what I mean?
Kind of. I think I'm on the
So
same
I
track.
expose you now.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm in the mood, then great.
Yeah.
But I won't just like wake up in the mood.
You're not, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, yeah, because men have that like just primal testosterone surge of urge. where
Yeah,
you just
comes
go,
out of nowhere.
Yeah. Let's do it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is actually very typically feminine. The fact that you have to be in the mood.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
an
if
old
I'm
joke.
with a guy I like, then it's different.
She's got the feelings behind it too, yeah.
Yeah. I'm very much like a feelings person as well. I have to have a connection to feel that kind of thing, especially now, again, with like what I'm looking for in life.
Yeah, all these things you're saying are just like just things that a mature person would say. They're not like, yeah.
I'm not some like horny, like crazed demon.
Yeah,
like like where I am, I'm like, I need that connection. I need to like you. I need to want something from this. Because I can go weeks and weeks without anything sexual. You know what I mean?
You almost missed that window a little bit too. Where like, if I think back now to where most men and women have their like slut phase or their experimental phase, it is from about 18 until 23, 24, somewhere in that.
Yeah.
Usually in that range. Some people go further than that, but that is usually in that range is where you start to, go out into the world.
Be a bit of a wild child.
Yeah, so you kind of missed that phase regardless.
Yeah,
so
skipped
it. You were going through a lot in that time.
Yeah, I was busy doing something else.
And then when you come out of it, you're like, well, no, I want to be mature now.
Yeah,
I'm too
like,
old.
snap, I missed it.
Is there anything you think I've missed? Anything that like you deal with that I haven't asked about, or anything that you thought I was going to bring up today and I didn't?
I'm trying to think. I feel like we touched a bit on dating,
Not a lot, though.
but not a lot. It was more of like the sexual side of it, not so much the actual dating, emotional side of it.
What's that like?
That's rough. Because you get some guys who, they say all the right things. They say how much they like you, blah, blah, blah. But there's always just something stopping them from like committing to you. I've had multiple guys who I've spoke to, and like, again, you know, they supposedly really like me and all that stuff. But there's just something that stops them. And then I'll find out a few months later that they've got a girlfriend now. And it's
Right,
like, okay,
yeah.
so while you were talking to me, you were out looking for this girl. And, well, I would say 9 times out of 10, but every time it's happened, it's always a biological woman
Yeah.
that they go for instead. Like, I had a guy recently come back into contact with me, and he's got a girlfriend, and that's why he like ghosted me in the first place. And he was like, I really messed up, like not meeting you, not pursuing anything with you and stuff like that. And it's like, well,
Why didn't you?
why didn't you?
Do you think then?
I was like, I was right there.
It seems like you're saying that it's like the fear of, like we talked about earlier, the straight man,
Yeah.
bi man, gay man thing.
I
Do you think it's that all the time? Because men are flaky.
I mean,
Men do that a lot
yeah,
to-
they are.
to a
That's
lot
why I
of
said
girls.
unfortunately at the beginning. I mean, the most recent guy, you know, he fooled around with me a little bit and then went and got in a relationship like straight away with a biological woman. And it's like, I mean, call me crazy, but you've got to have something there to go there with someone in the first place, especially a friend.
Yeah, I think it's just people maybe not accepting that. Then maybe I don't know.
I
couldn't
mean,
tell
I
you
have
what it
some
was.
crazy delusional theories in my mind.
What are they? Because have you asked the men what it is? Do you ever ask them like why
Yeah,
didn't this go
but
to the?
in typical man fashion, they lie to you, and they
That's the problem
they
with men, yeah.
say shit that you think is like, you know, oh, I just wasn't ready, or
They'll just get out of it
we
somehow,
live too
yeah.
far apart, and all that stuff. It's like, well, that wasn't a problem when we started talking.
Yeah, when we're dating, yeah.
So like, why? You know, it's like with the last guy, he was like, oh, I just thought it was just some friends having fun. It's like, yeah, but in my mind, I'm like, to cross that line with a friend,
Yeah, it takes it out of friend zone and puts it into
yeah, to do it more than once as well,
yeah.
to plan it.
Did you ever have conversations about like dating with anyone?
What, like about?
Like with these men, are you having the conversations like? Are they telling you it's just a bit of fun, or are they saying it's dating, or they not? Is nothing being said?
It's, it's weird. It's like, especially when you're on like the apps and stuff like that, you kind of don't know where anything's going because you're kind of figuring out if you get on first before anything,
Yeah, yeah,
you know? So it's kind of like
yeah. It's
a lot of them, like,
It's an extra step again. Like,
Yeah.
it seems like your life is just full of extra steps.
my life is always just like going up a staircase, getting to like the last step and then getting knocked back to the bottom.
Yeah, and having to do a few more. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like with the last guy, you know, we were friends first, did what we did, and then in my mind, I'm like, he rushed into a relationship with someone else. I mean, she was literally the first girl he spoke to after we did our thing.
were you was he like talking to her whilst he was with you? Has he told you that, or were you?
No, so we did what we did. A few days later, he's talking to her, and suddenly she's everything he's looking for. Butterflies. She gives him butterflies. You know, there's something there. And I'm like, well, I've never seen you two speak to each other before. So timing wise, dodgy. Also, you know, he's planning his first date with her and then he's in my bed again. And I'm like, well, you can't like her that much.
It sounds it sounds typical man stuff. Not that typical. It's like obviously
It's shitty.
it's a dick move. Yeah, a massive dick move. But it sounds like you were one thing and
It's how it goes with me is very typical of I'm the fun girl. So they have a bit of fun with me while they look for something more serious.
Yeah, which I mean, it's not like it's a problem that a lot of women deal with. Like, it's not like a trans. This is not really a trans. This is like a datey thing. But
Yeah.
you, like I say again, you have that extra step of like, if men are gonna commit, then they need everything to line up perfectly.
Yeah.
And then that extra bit of
But
the
again,
society
yeah,
makes it
because
harder.
a question I always ask myself after they disappear or they get with someone else, I'm like, would it be different if I wasn't transgender? Because it obviously is a factor in dating me and in my life.
I guess
you
you'll
know,
never fight. Even if you ask that question, they won't give you the straight
they're
answer.
not going to say yes, it's because you're transgender, because they don't want to seem like an asshole,
Yeah.
even if they are.
Yeah.
But sometimes I've said before, I was like, I'd almost rather like they come to me and be like, look, I was using you for a bit of fun. I was never I never would date you in the first place.
At least it gives you an idea. Yeah.
As shit as it would be to hear, it's almost better than like mixed signals.
One perk of being a trans woman, though, a trans person, is that like you have more resilience than the next person. Like if you told
thicker skin.
yeah, well, you have to doing all this stuff. I guess you don't have a choice. You
No.
have to go through this. You have to go out in the public and put yourself out there. So, men shouldn't feel worried about telling you that stuff. Really,
I don't even think it's sparing my feelings. I think it's sparing their image. And also a lot of the times, not to like sound any type of way, they come back.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just, they don't say what they really want to say to keep me on the line. And as stupid as I am, half the time, I let them come back when I really shouldn't.
Well, it's fun for you too, I guess. It's like
Well, I don't know.
Like
After the last one, the mental health has been in the toilet. But again, I literally spent the last like 3 months in a depression hole over this guy. And if he come back tomorrow, I wouldn't say anything. I take him back. And I don't know whether that's part of transgender life or whether it's just a woman thing.
It's
or
a human thing. And like,
yeah,
it's a very human thing, actually. So with the last guy you were talking about, did you have like feelings or was it like...
Oof. Yes.
Okay.
A lot of feelings. I don't know why though, because like we only fooled around twice. But I don't know, because we were friends first, that it like muddied things. And it was kind of unexpected. And I think it just hit me like, took me by surprise. Like,
yeah, like this is an option now kind of thing.
Because when I first like hung out with him the very first time, like I had a little crush on him, but I was like, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I won't initiate anything unless I'm sure the person's interested in me.
And is that I mean, that's still like these are all human issues, but again... So
that is because of being transgender.
Okay.
Because I won't just go up to a man and be like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Because I'm like, I don't know if he's into trans girls or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like,
it's hard because you have to... I mean, I guess luckily you're the woman, so men should be or are more likely to come up to you now.
But I've never really had men approach me.
They don't anymore. It's
No.
dating apps. Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's
like,
what the apps are for.
Which I'm kind of glad about, because I wouldn't want to have the awkward, like, I'm transgender conversation.
In person too.
I'd rather them know from the get-go what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah.
But so I had a crush on him, and nothing happened. He was like in and out of dating a few women before anything between me and him happened.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, it's never going to happen.
And then it did.
And then it sort of did one night, and I was like, oh God, like that's like, how did we even get here? We kind of had a conversation afterwards where we're like, oh, we're both adults. Like we can
move past it.
Yeah, like, it was a bit of fun kind of thing. It happened, then obviously he was telling me about the other girl that he really liked, which
Yeah.
hurt my feelings. I walked out of his place and burst into tears. And then I think what really like confused me and messed me up was the second time.
Yeah, it's just mixed signals. And
because as well, both times, like you couldn't even blame it on anything. We weren't drunk. We hadn't been on a night out or anything like that. We just
did it. Yeah.
We'd like hung out. It was kind of basically planned. It wasn't even as like out of the blue. It wasn't like completely random.
It's not a mistake. It's like you're both sober going into this thing, knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah, and then the second time again, like I said, as much as it wasn't planned, it wasn't like a spur of the moment, like we're both drunk, we're just thing. It was like we're both stone cold sober. Like,
yeah, for it to happen twice, there must be something there. And
that's what I
kind
mean.
Of gives you that like hope of like. Okay,
in my mind, I'm like, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
That you could like brush it off with. There's no like I said, there was no. Oh yeah, we were drunk. Yeah. It was just a spur of the moment.
Oh, well, a mistake. It happened once. No, it happened twice.
Well, it happened twice when we were both stone cold sober, knew exactly what we were doing.
Yeah.
And then,
like men.
Yeah. Oh my God. I picked the wrong gender to be into. Like,
not that you had a choice, but.
Yeah. It's just. And then it was sort of like. I don't even know if it was mixed signals. I was probably looking into it more than I should have been. But also at the same time, I don't know how he feels. I barely speak to him at this point.
It doesn't sound like he's a kind of guy you should even consider getting with anyway.
See, like my logic brain knows this. My feelings brain is like, no, I'm in love with him. Like if you come back to me tomorrow, I'd be like, oh my God. Yes, this is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah. But as long as you have the logic brain to know that you shouldn't and you won't,
yes, but the logic side is not as strong.
But it is the better side.
Yeah. It's the side I should listen to, but it's not the side that gets the last word in.
Wow,
like
they never match logic and emotions.
No.
Like everyone's been through that where they just don't match. So yeah, I get why you feel that side, but my advice is no. Don't.
Oh, if only I could take it.
Right. To end the podcast, something lighthearted.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you some questions about since becoming a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And you just say if you can do these things now.
Okay.
Or not. So since becoming a woman, can you now multitask?
Yes, but I always could.
No, men can't. No man can multitask. It's just a fact.
That's an excuse of men, but...
Have you experienced catcalling?
No. Which I'm kind of disappointed about.
Which women hate, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of flattering at the same time. It's very, Has
your driving got worse?
Oh my God. You're just trying to insult all women on this podcast right now.
This is the sexist section, yeah.
I mean, I can't drive for shit anyway, but no, I don't think it's got worse.
This bit is just for my fun. When someone asks what you want to eat, do you say, I don't mind, but then everywhere they suggest, you say no?
Maybe.
And finally...
Hey, it's a woman's right to be indecisive.
Yeah, and every woman does it. And lastly, do you sit down to pee? An actual genuine question at the end of these ridiculous ones.
No.
No.
Not always.
And that ends the podcast. Well done if you made it this far. If you could like, subscribe, comment, share, whatever you need to do, it would really help me out. It was a great podcast. I hope you enjoyed it too. Thank you for watching.